Burning Force is a really cool shooter. I mean, like a really cool shooter. This is a game that just does not get the props it deserves. I mean, this deserves to be one of the most memorable retro games of all time. Right now, it definitely has a following, but nowhere near what it deserves. The gameplay is basically like a shoot 'em up. Like, think of a scrolling shooter, except you're flying forward instead of side to side. This gives you the perception of being in 3D, while the game isn't really 3D. The game plays a lot like Space Harrier, which we reviewed just, a month ago, but I would say this is much better than Space Harrier for a few reasons. First and foremost, the actual environments and enemies are really great. I mean, they're imaginative. It just feels like you're in this futuristic, almost post-apocalyptic world. I mean, Space Harrier had good graphics, but the enemies and the environments were just weird, almost for the sake of being weird. Burning Force has really cool and memorable environments and enemies. The controls are just spot on. I mean, I could not imagine better controls for a game of this type. I mean, if you're dying a lot and can't get far in this game, it's no one's fault but your own. The game's controls give you every opportunity to succeed. You shoot a ton of different weapons, and you even have these special missile weapons that are very powerful, but there are not a lot of them. So these are weapons you should save for really powerful enemies and or bosses. Most of the gameplay takes place in this futuristic hovering jet ski, but towards the last level of every single zone, you jump into this spaceship, and this of course means you're no longer just hovering from the left to the right. You can also fly up and down, so this gives a whole new layer to the game's strategy. You need the spaceship to defeat all the futuristic sci-fi bosses that the game presents you with. All the bosses have their own weaknesses and specific strategies you need to implement to do well against them. I honestly cannot say a single bad thing about Burning Force. It's challenging and not hard. The graphics are colorful, but at the same time cool and futuristic. The enemies and bosses are really imaginative. Your controls are incredibly tight, and the game has some really great music. I mean, for this particular shoot-'em-up subgenre, it just does not get any better than Burning Force. This game gets a very deserved Stan Birdman rating of a 9.1 out of 10. If you have not tried Burning Force before, you have to try it out. It really is that good. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, my friends.